Made in Germany, new tech in old clothes. Uwe Koenzen is mobility's Robin Hood on green wheels.
It's just great to be pushing the boundaries of car physics.
From the fastest electric Messerschmitt cabin scooter on the planet.
It's a link between car driving and flying.
To the E-edition of the Porsche 911, leaving countless records in its wake.
Slow and boring was not for us.
Unconventional and inspirational, a modern hero who gets automotive legends into shape for sustainable mobility.
A marriage of the past and future. It's integrated reinvention on a small scale. You could even call it a philosophy.
Sometimes he delves deeper to explore the links between mobility and the environment.
The little fish would normally die after 2 days. Whether we can be saved remains to be seen.
Uwe Koenzen is racing along in his mission to save the planet.
For me, there's no such thing as changing too fast.
The Messerschmitt cabin scooter was already a symbol of economy and efficiency back in the 1950s. Uwe Koenzen's electric versions are faster than the original two-stroke edition, which is why he calls them Betterschmitts.
I'm accelerating at full throttle, and we're now in the region of 85, 90, almost 100 kilometers per hour. It's a link between car driving and flying.
A simple but ingenious phenomenon attracting interest around the globe. Uwe Koenzen has launched a limited range of different cabin scooters with one thing in common: their electric motor.
The basic idea came over 25 years ago, wanting to show that electric cars can be appealing, fast, and fun too. Boring was not our style. We are car enthusiasts after all. And that's how we had the idea of electrifying the Messerschmitts.
The three-wheeler started production in 1953. Its two-stroke engine pumped out 9 horsepower or 6.6 kilowatts and pushed the Kabinenroller to speeds of 80 kilometers per hour.
It's a really iconic vehicle that practically ushered in popular mobility in the 1950s. It was a product of circumstance, getting a maximum out of a minimum of material. They're small and light, and super efficient. We're about to pull up alongside a Tesla, which weighs 2.3 tons. So that's a big difference, because the weight counts 3 times over. During acceleration, braking, and cornering.
Some Teslas consume around 17 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. The 230-kilo Messerschmitt consumes only 4.
The first issue when we started working on the Messerschmitt was what we could improve. And the thing is, we couldn't find anything. It's so well constructed and so efficient that we stuck with the original and developed a special electric cradle. Which you can swap with the original one-to-one. So there were no changes to the rest of the vehicle. These motors are available in different performance classes, air-cooled and water-cooled.
This yellow cabin scooter is propelled to 100 kilometers per hour by a 15-kilowatt electric engine.
We've definitely built the fastest model, a Tiger for a British customer. A Tiger has 4 wheels, and he said, as fast as possible. The vehicle we built for him has a peak output of 100 kilowatts. So it drives like a formula car.
wie ein Formelauto. Und,
And it's definitely the fastest one. From 0 to 100, as quick as a Tesla Model S.
Tesla Model S.
The dash to 100 in under 3 seconds in a cabin scooter.
Langweilig fanden wir doof.
We're not into boring.
Daher kam das
And that's why the very first thing we did was to work on the icon of German sports cars.
Ikone des deutschen Sportwagens vorgenommen haben.
The electric Porsche 911 might offend purists, but Uwe Koenzen is a staunch defender.
Das macht
It's fun.
Spaß. Wieso müssen die
Why do electric cars have to be so boring?
langweilig sein? Warum
Why
sollen
can't they
die
be fun and look
und schön
nice?
aussehen? Und so ist die
That's
Idee,
where the idea came from,
praktisch das
of bringing these two worlds together, automotive icons and modern drive systems.
modernen Antrieben.
The first 911 hit the road in 1963. It evolved over 6 decades, but the basics never changed. The coupe-like design and the gasoline engine in the rear.
Dieses Fahrzeug hier
This vehicle here
im letzten
was at last year's St. Mart's International Automobile Week,
Woche St. Moritz war es auf den stehenden
and it
Kilometern
was fastest on the 1 kilometer dash.
bis zu 1000 Meter.
So from a standing start.
War es das schnellste Fahrzeug. Dieses Jahr waren wir auch
We were
da.
there this year too,
Und es war
but the field
aber
included an Aston Martin Valkyrie,
Valkyrie im Feld.
a modern hypercar.
Hypercar, und das war
It was 0.9 seconds faster than us over the 1 kilometer.
da brauchen wir uns gar nicht
We don't need to be shy.
weil
These
bei diesen
engines,
Motoren
the drive shafts are powered directly by the motors.
angetrieben werden von den Motoren.
Koenzen's self-named EO1 has an output of 518 kilowatts, with a permanent 3,200 newton meters of torque at the rear axle. There's some ingenious engineering behind this catapult of a car. Uwe Koenzen constantly finds ways to reinvent mobility.
Die Motoren sind eigens.
The motors were
die
specially
Motoren
developed.
sind ein ganz besonderer Motor. Man sieht das.
You can see that here.
Im
2
zentralen
units in the central section.
2 Motoren. Die sind
They're
jetzt
not
auch nicht
off the shelf.
im Regal, sondern
They're an
das ist eine
all-new
neue
construction.
Entwicklung.
World-beating research and innovation.
450 Newtonmeter bis 250, nächster Versuch.
The innovative drive system took 2 years to develop.
Was wir hier sehen ist,
What we have here is a motor with the drive shaft directly connected,
direkt rauskommt. Deswegen
hence
heißt
the
das
name, direct e-drive.
Und
And it goes straight onto the
das
wheel.
Rad geht. Und
That's
dadurch
what makes
ist
it so efficient.
das, effizient. Was wir hier jetzt
And
sehen,
this here is the rear battery.
Batterie.
It's fitted in behind the motors and has the same capacity again as the front unit.
Wie die Frontbatterie.
Since 1996, the classic e-cars company near Hilden in western Germany has been working on all manner of in-house electric drive developments, mostly hand-built with painstaking workmanship in what is a labour of love.
Wir machen
We make all components required for the electric powertrains ourselves,
Stränge notwendig sind, also von der
from the battery side to the charging devices and the drive units themselves.
Dann zu den Antriebseinheiten selber. The
The components comprise a single system, individually custom coordinated with each other for each vehicle.
Abgestimmt.
Now and again, the team also have time to work on this futuristic-looking robot, which can remotely charge up a car in a parking garage, for example. Backed up by his 7-strong crew, Uwe Koenzen constantly invests his expertise into prototype construction and development jobs for a wide range of clients.
Wir versuchen halt mit der
We're a
kleinen
small
Firma
company trying to always be a step or two ahead.
einen Schritt oder vielleicht auch 2 Schritte voraus zu sein. Und
And on a small scale, we reinvent things.
dadurch, dass wir in der
Making prototypes and limited edition series gives us a completely different degree of freedom. That means in the details we can opt for solutions that are a little more extreme.
Our aim is to reinvent the concept of mobility in a novel kind of way and to ensure that it's fun for the client. If future mobility isn't fun, no one will want to use it.
The team turn iconic sports cars into electric speedsters. One high-profile job, commissioned by a German ministry, led to the birth of the E-Spider, with an ultralight construction and hugely impressive performance. Uwe Koenzen's garage is also home to a VW bus, 100% electric, of course. And the creator cruises through the countryside almost silently and pretty sustainably in the 1958 Volkswagen T1.
We're getting a lot of smiles from passing car drivers. It's a bit like with the new 911. The VW bus is iconic too.
For over 70 years now, the VW bus has been a trusty multi-purpose friend to drivers around the world, with owners integrating the vehicle into their lives in their own individual ways.
What we want to do is maintain the original thinking behind it and take it to a new level. It's a very useful vehicle and one with a lot of additional functions. It is in no way boring. We also use it to transport diving equipment for field work.
Sometimes Uwe Koenzen takes to the wheel of the VW bus in diving gear to embark on a different kind of expedition, with his mission taking him from on the road to underwater. Equipped with a camera and lights, he investigates the condition of streams, rivers and lakes, because a healthier environment also means intact aquatic ecosystems.
I'm wholeheartedly committed to restoring bodies of water to a near-natural state, or maintaining that.
Water and the life in it are something Uwe Koenzen's been interested in since he was a boy. The inspiration to become actively involved in ecology and conservation came from the stream that ran through his hometown of Hilden.
Under the movie theater, there was this tunnel, and that was our playground. The stream there, which had been built over, suffered from poor water quality. We'd catch little fish in the local forest and release them under the movie theater. Normally, they die after 2 days. And that got me thinking, why are they okay in the woods but die in the town center?
Elsewhere on the environmental front, Uwe Koenzen has made the power supply for both his home and neighbouring workshop carbon neutral with photovoltaic systems. And the VW bus also plays a role, thanks to its bidirectional charging system. In addition to loading up its own batteries, it stores some of the solar power and feeds it back into the house as needed. A small, self-sufficient grid in which energy is managed smartly and efficiently.
We can supply the house, the workshop and apartments with energy from the bus. It's essentially the small cell that is a tested microcosm of the later, larger grid scenario. It enables each party to use their energy in a responsible manner.
Uwe Koenzen's ecological and technical innovations have caught on big time in the local region. Even this bakery charges into a bidirectional electric VW bus from Koenzen's company. Its stored solar energy keeps the bakery supplied overnight before recharging its batteries in time to deliver the goods.
It's fun once you appreciate how photovoltaics or self-generated energy and electromobility work together, like eating a salad plucked from your own garden.
A visionary and businessman alike, Uwe Koenzen knows how to promote his ideas to the wider world, with a growing clientele for the electric VW bus. You'll struggle to find another countryside cruiser boasting this kind of sustainability and energy efficiency.
The world needs saving, but will definitely survive us. Whether we can be saved remains to be seen. The world always rescues itself, like when hosts discard parasites. But I believe we can still get a lot of good done, and everyone can do their own bit. And for me, this is the decisive element.
Uwe Koenzen is pushing up the pace because for him and the planet, there's no time to lose.
It's probably linked to the fact that people like things to move forward quickly. It's a question of patience. I can't wait for changes to happen. Taking the initiative is definitely a good approach. And even if mistakes happen along the way, it's better to have had a go than waiting for others to do so.
When it comes to accelerating change, full speed ahead to the future. Uwe Koenzen is setting the pace, while at the same time ensuring that the feel at the wheel remains a special one in the new era of mobility. What do you reckon? Send us your comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.